Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TURNerd Show with your host, Mark Turner. Yay! Yay! Welcome to the TURNerd Show, everyone. This is episode 10. Of course, we'll do our recurring segments, Happy Appy and Who's Funnier. But we're going to start off with a segment about planetary sounds, both here on Earth and also Mars. We're going to start off with the La Palma volcano on Earth. Quite a powerful sound. Like the ocean, this is like a primordial sound that's been around for thousands of years, even before mankind came around to listen to these sounds. Spectacular. And of course, it's not just La Palma and the Canary Islands. There's also Kilauea, there's also Etna, there's volcanic activity going on all over the world, accompanied by seismic activity, or little earthquakes all the time. In a moment, we're going to listen to some Martian sounds. I'm going to speed up the introduction of the NASA geeks, and they're going to play some Martian sounds for us.
Hi, I'm Justin Mackey, an imaging scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
We've put together a list of some of the sounds we've recorded on Mars to date, so let's take a listen.
This is the sound of wind on Mars.
I've been there. That's Barstow.
For the first time, we can hear the
Oh,
wind.
no. That's
across the
Avenue
surface
P
of
in
Mars.
Palmdale.
To go along with all of the images that we've acquired of dust devils and dust storms over the many years of exploration on the surface.
This is the sound of the rover driving on Mars. This sound
Only
might be a little
slightly
bit
more
weird because it
annoying
doesn't
than
sound
the
like
sound
a
of her voice.
regular driving sound, but that's because the rover's wheels are made of metal. So this metal is rolling over rocks and sand, and it makes this really clanky, squeaky sound.
Next, we have the SuperCam laser zapping rocks. We've taken a lot of pictures of rocks that have been zapped by the SuperCam, the little marks in the rocks, and for the first time we can hear these laser shots.
When it zaps a rock, it actually makes a sound. We can listen to that sound and learn something about the properties of the rock that we're analyzing. This is one of my absolute favorite sounds. This is the sound of a helicopter flying on Mars. We used this sound to actually understand the propagation of sound in general through the Martian atmosphere. And it turns out that we were totally wrong with our models. The Martian atmosphere can propagate sound a lot further than we thought it could. We've all seen these beautiful images that we get from Mars, but having sound to be able to add to those images, it makes me feel like I'm almost right there on the surface.
Thank you, NASA geeks, for sharing your Martian sounds with us. When we come back, we'll do Happy Appy. It's time for Happy Appy. This week's Happy Appy is Bloom 10 Worlds. Now, Bloom, two different apps here. Bloom was one of the very first iPhone apps I ever purchased, and it was expensive. It was $4.99, still is. And it's given me really years of pleasure. I've really enjoyed it for a long, long time. Bloom 10 Worlds is a more recent addition. It's by Brian Eno and Peter Chivers, just like Bloom. But it's a little bit different. It gives you 10 different worlds to create music. Now, you can create these little musical pieces without having any musical talent whatsoever. In fact, if you have musical talent, you might find it a little frustrating because you can't really pick specific notes. It kind of does a lot of it for you when you touch the screen. The higher up in the screen, the higher the sound. Lower than the screen, the lower the sound. But you really don't have much finer control. Now, when you press that little circle in the corner, you'll see a menu that comes up. On this menu, there's a play and pause button. If you don't really feel like creating your own music by touching the screen, you can just hit that play button and it'll create its own little musical piece. It can be quite relaxing. And there's also a timer there, you'll notice, and the timer defaults to 10 minutes. And it can be a nice little meditation, relaxation kind of session that you can set a timer. I'm going to hit the menu here and go to a different world. I'm going to pick this one here. And again, you just touch the screen and it creates this musical sound. You can express creativity musically without really having musical talent. It's also, if you're having trouble sleeping, this app, instead of a happy app, it can be kind of a sleepy app. It can help you with sleep. And if this doesn't work, I might recommend the golf channel. That works for me like every time. If that still doesn't work and you're still having trouble sleeping, I might recommend, I don't know, maybe trying to become a better human being. Maybe that'll help. But yes, this is Bloom 10 Worlds, and it's $7.99 in the App Store. And I really enjoy these, both of these apps, Bloom and Bloom 10 World. This week's Happy Appy. When we come back, well, let's just go right now to Who's Funnier, where we pit the comic genius of Amazon versus the comic genius of Apple. And we'll start off this time, I don't know, with, hey Siri, tell me a joke.
My parents said I had no sense of direction in life. So I packed up all my stuff and write.
Okay. I don't, that one might have got past me a little bit. Alexa, tell me a joke.
How many wizards does it take to change a light? It depends on what you change it into.
Okay, I actually am going to have to go with Alexa and the Wizards. Yay, Alexa, 7 to 3, 7. Okay, everybody, it's time to say goodbye. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. And we'll see you next time on the TURNerd Show. Time to go.